Marvin didn't let him in the game. You did, Rock. Marvin didn't teach him how to cook. You did, Rock. You know, Marvin ain't the name that Kanan is running around these streets using for power. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twist of Life and TV. I am Poetry. We're here for another recap and review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 8, The Cost of Business. Man, this was an emotional episode. Emotional episode. There was so much going on. And one character in particular, the young actress who plays Jukebox. Forgive me for not knowing her name. If y'all know it, drop it in the comment section for me. This baby girl, or grown woman, or young lady, I know she ain't my age, she's younger than that. This baby girl was acting. She barely had any words this episode. And everything that we were meant to feel, we felt because of her emotions. Man, she was so visual in telling her story this particular episode. She didn't need words. Baby girl was acting. I don't know if y'all watched the Aretha Franklin Respect movie. She was in it. Her role wasn't as significant as it is in this one, but you know, she was one of Aretha Franklin's sisters in the movie. You know, Caroline, she did a good job, but baby, that's nothing compared to what she's doing in this role in this episode. We opened up with her. Her face just made me want to cry. She had that lost and forgotten look in her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Just the bitterness of pain was just welling on the tip of her tongue. She was there. Emotionally, you know, she was there. She was absent. She was there but absent at the same doggone time in those feelings and those emotions. She's standing across the street from the funeral home. I was surprised that she went to the services and Kanan went with her. But she was standing aside of the cross street from the funeral home. They about to lay Nicole to rest. And I was like, I hope her parents do not come up there trying to clown on her right now, because I don't have the patience for it. I ain't got the energy for it, you know, and I ain't got the nerve for it right now, right? And as soon as I said that, Nicole daddy walked up, told her, you shouldn't be here, right? But it didn't seem like he was as angry as the mama was. So, you know what I'm saying? It was almost like, if it wasn't for Nicole mama, you could be her, but I need to put on this front, you know, this united front. When the mama saw her, she was ready to go at her, okay? Ready to go at her. And Juke was like, I'm leaving, right? And so she's about to have her and Kanan thrown out of the doggone funeral service. Like, they need to get out of here. Get them out of here now, right? So Juke was like, I'm leaving, okay? The breakdown ain't even happened for real, but I'm like, it's coming. I know it's coming. And I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes, right? You know, the whispers around the funeral home is that she died of congestive or congenital heart failure, something like that. And I think at some point Jukebox gonna remember that she had that vial somewhere, and it's gonna be like, I think guilt is gonna overwhelm her and it's gonna swarm her. And you know, unless they already had that moment, I find that's a lot of the things that they tend to do with this show. They kind of skip over moments, and when we come back the next week, be like, oh damn, so they kind of like breeze through it, you know. But yeah, Jukebox is feeling it. Kanan like look here, she loved your damn daughter. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know that she loved her. Okay, so next we go over to Poppy. Him and Juliana. She walks up to him and she pours a pitcher of hot coffee on his ass, and then seemed like to tumble back into her scared shell, as if while he commenced to hitting her and whooping her. He even pulled out a damn belt. I told y'all before about this dude trying to whoop me with a belt before. Y'all have to watch my Travel and Talk Tuesday, one of my story times, when I talked about that incident. Yeah, so he's trying to beat her with a damn belt, right? I'm sitting here like, sis, if you gonna pour that coffee on him, you need to be prepared to fight or run or both. You know what I'm saying? Because that clearly was no accident. You intentionally walked up there and said, "Ooh, motherfucker," you know, poured the damn coffee in his lap, right? She should have threw it in his damn face. Smashed the pitch upside his motherfucking head. That's what she should have did. And then broke. Okay? Hopefully with his keys in her hand, right? Instead, she threw a plate at him as if he was trying to wail, while he was trying to wail on her and shit with that damn belt. And then she fled out of the house, ran into like the garage, right? I was like, she ain't running fast enough to me, because she kind of tiptoed out. You know, he grabbed up the knife from the kitchen. I'm thinking, that knife was there the whole time, bitch. You didn't stab him? You didn't pick it up and like, you didn't do that? That knife was there the entire time? Why you didn't grab the knife yourself? That knife would have been in my hand off the rip. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, as soon as she entered in with the hot coffee, the knife would have been in the other hand. Throw the coffee, stab. Throw the coffee, stab. That's what I'm just saying. Okay? He was going to learn today. Well, she ran into the shed or the garage, like I was saying, and lo and behold, there was Rock, gun in hand, waiting on Poppy Chulu to follow her in there, right? And he laughed at first till he saw that gun, and then she just let off 2 rounds, plow, plow. Dead. I have been waiting on this moment for Rock to get her hands dirty. I have been waiting on this moment for her to gut her up, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, this still didn't satisfy me. I even wanted her to be the one to take out Poppy for Juliana, but for some reason, this just didn't satisfy me. He didn't satisfy me at all, right? I don't know. Maybe because I kept thinking Juliana could have did this shit herself. She didn't need Rock there for that. She could have did that whole played out that whole scene, had him follow her into the damn garage, and she'd have laid his ass flat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she got enough witnesses, all them fucking bruises all on her face to, you know, justify she was being abused. Anyway, I guess she needed Rock's confidence in order for her to follow through with this little plan. As for Rock, this the business she should have gave the inspector. In my opinion, she had a gun. You should have gave the inspector this business. When you call Marvin to come in, Marvin should just been your cleanup crew. That's all that should have been, right? Well, anywho, Burke and Epps, they being hip to what's going on with all the junkies dropping around town. And I was like, wait a minute, dog. It's supposed to have been 20 people, because it was only 20 vials, right? But there was 20 damn people in that one freaking house. And then Paperboy said it was 3 other houses, or Marvin said there was 3 other houses just like that. But y'all claim it was only 20 vials on the street. Somebody ain't telling the truth. Either somebody ain't telling the truth, or the show writer's getting sloppy already. But anyway, Burke mad as hell. Because Epps want to keep overlooking this shit, and all these bodies dropping all over town. Like, oops, oh well, they ain't our fucking problem. When we gonna start doing some police work? That's how she feeling. I'm kind of with her, surprisingly, because I'm like, this is why so many crimes go unsolved in the hood, because we have officers who may be similar mindset as Epps. Like, that one don't matter. We waiting on bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of stuff go unsolved in the hood, and then when they do find something or want to pin it on somebody, sometimes they got the wrong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whew. And they do that on purpose half the time, just to wrap up a goddamn case. They need a body. The streets need a body. What the fuck? Every time I do a video, something here falling. Oh. Okay. Anywho, well, Rock, she's almost tapped out of product. She's sitting down having a conversation with Lou and Marv, and they both agree that for the little amount that they making, it's not worth the risk to put their life on the line like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we got these blue tops out here that's dropping people. And Marvin's first said, you know, maybe it's Unique, right? And Rock is like, nah, Unique wouldn't go down like that. He don't need no bodies, because the bodies would draw attention to him, especially since he holding down most of the corners. He need to move product, right? So Marv said it's probably some cats from Brooklyn, because he had heard about that. So Rock said, well, you need to go find out more about that. Once you find out who it is, put a stop to them, or put a stop to them. One of the two, right? So Rock want to learn, though, why did Unique push up on Lou? What was the reason that Lou gave him to make him think that he could be flipped, right? And she's like, what does he know about you that I don't know? Lou was like, fuck you. You know, in so many words, how dare you fix your mouth to even come at me and suggest that I will flip? I mean, you gonna roll my ass over my motherfucking grave and see I'm still waving the same flag. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, I don't know, y'all. Something about Rock is putting me off now. I was riding with her in the beginning, but it's something about her style of leadership it's not like I guess she kind of trying to lead by fear, and I guess because I'm thinking that they like lead into the fact that she's a woman, that they trying to make her lead by fear, but she does some reckless shit to me. Words is originals. This is not a sponsored video. These things are so doggone good. And I'm craving candy. I'm trying to cut back on sweets. So if I'm craving candy, I can eat a hard piece of candy and it lasts longer. Hopefully y'all ain't hearing the hit of these my teeth though. Anywho, Epps, like I said, had found out from the junkies. It bumped up against my teeth. Oh shit, well damn it failed. I ain't gonna eat that piece of candy. That's it for the day too. I'm gonna trash can it. Okay. So when why my fan cut off, it'd be hot in this room, y'all. Okay, so anyway. So Unique, he up here talking to his boy Craig Mack, and he think that Rock is responsible for the blue caps. He like, you know, she want bodies to drop on around her so that could draw attention to me. Which it was funny though that's the reason that Rock didn't think that Unique was involved, but he think it's her. And Craig Mike is like, no, that's not what I heard. Unique like, fuck what you heard. You know what I'm saying? You heard what I said. You know, the words that came out of my mouth is the only thing that you heard, right? So it's time for us to handle her. It's time for us to really go to war for real, right? What gets me about the blue caps, they were out there on the corners hollering about testers, and nobody recognized these dudes were connected to Marvin's crew. So Epps went out there to speak to a few junkies to see what they could find out, and they got a name, Lil Rob. Well, Lil Rob is Paperboy, okay? And he found out where he hang out at some strip club, right? So Epps is like, you know, well, I'm like, Epps, you the king of these streets? You know, that's what you said. But you don't know who Lil Rob rolling with, okay? Well, he didn't go into much detail about him, just gave him a name. And this was a name that, you know, Epps seemed to know. I was like, okay, so put two and two together, Pa, you know what I'm saying? Well, Lil Rob, like I said, he's from Queensbridge. So it's not making no sense to me how Epps have all this jurisdiction. Because they was like, he ain't from the south side, he from Queensbridge. Is the south side and Queensbridge still part of the same area? My New York people, y'all let me know. And they just like differentiating areas. Like I live in Orlando, but I live south side Orlando, right? And then there's north side Orlando, and there's some little communities up there. Because I was just trying to figure out like why Epps would have so much jurisdiction. Because remember, him and Burke went to the down spot where they found out no, they didn't go to that spot. They went to another spot. I'm tripping. My bad. Scratch what I was about to say. I was going to say they went to the spot where all the people was dead, but that ain't where they went. They went somewhere else. But they still found bodies in the Queensbridge area because that's where they dropped off the dope at, right? Anywho, well, Lil Rob, he's sitting up there in the strip club. Oh, where I can Epps come in, and I was like, he finna tie. He finna tie it back. He's already pissed off with Kanan anyway. He finna be the snitch for y'all, right? So it's gonna lead back to them. But Rock is worried about, you know, Epps. Marvin is worried about Rock finding out. But like I say, Epps and Burke on the scene. So Marvin come and tell Kanan what had Kanan come through and tell him, look here. You may not have nothing to worry about, but your mom gonna kill me. She'll kill me quick. She may not kill her son, but she would kill her brother, and my other brother would be happy to pull the trigger for her, right? I was like, y'all hate each other like that? That's like, is this where Kanan got this mindset to kill his own Sean? I'm gonna say kill his own Sean. His son's name was Sean. Is this where Kanan got the mindset to kill Sean? Like, fuck family, you know, you betray me, I'm gonna take you out regardless who you are. And maybe he thinking that's what his mama should have did to him. So when it came to him and his son, he was like, I'm not going to do what my mama didn't do. I'm going to go ahead and handle business. And he took Sean out. Is that where that mindset is coming from? Okay, so like Epps rolled up on Paperboy in his strip club. And like I said, it did not take him long to roll on Kanan. Epps was like, he is 15. Bruh, come on now. But ain't no age limit on slanging, cuz. Like, and then he said, do you know where his mama is? I mean, this dude is just like, tell it all. Trust me, he know his way around the game is what he telling them. So Epps let Paperboy go. Burke was like, okay, since you let him go, then we need to go pick up Kanan Stark. He like, nah, let me go do a personal recon first. She's like, you don't keep trying to leave me out the loop. What the fuck is going on, right? He said, yeah, the hood don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? You scary. You make people uncomfortable in the hood. They don't want to talk to you. So we go over the junior spot now. I mean, everybody. I don't think we missed one person in this episode. Not one person. We over at junior spot. It's a whole lot of nothing going on, right? Definitely ain't no business going on. And Lou step in. Basically, he come to take over junior spot. He got a lawyer with him that drew up this little fancy contract. The dude was playing dice, was like, hey, boss want us out of here. Junior like, he ain't the fucking boss. Lou said, I am what I am. Okay? And boss sound real good on me, partner. Okay? But he didn't necessarily take over. He offered him a 50-50 split. Considering all the money he has fronted, he's like, you know what? I think that'll be equal and fair, you know, deal for you and I. Junior's like, the fuck you mean? You know, what that means, sir, is instead of you owing me money that you ain't gonna never pay for real, because you owe me a lot at this point, and then I have to turn around and kill your ass because you ain't paying me. So instead of that happening, you get to live. You get to live. And now we partners instead. 50-50. Half of Bulletproof Records is now his. Junior's like, nah, man, nah. We got 2 singles coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay you then. Lou say, I ain't no savings and loan, dog. And you need leverage in order to negotiate, and you ain't got shit. You know? And on top of the fact that Lou got his gun on him, I don't think you want to negotiate with air, your breath. That's all you can do. Look here. Little Al B. Short Jr. One way or another, you gonna sign this contract. Either it's gonna be a blood signature or your signature. You choose. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, but I found a lawyer sexy too. Maybe I'm just hard up. This celibacy thing is not working for me. It's been too damn long. Anywho, well, Jukebox, poor baby. She has been hanging outside of Nicole's brownstone, and she tells her parents, she stays there until the parents decide to leave. They get in the cab and roll out. I was like, she finna break. She finna break when she found that vial. When she broke into the house. And I swear, she is killing this role. She didn't speak, y'all. She just looked dead into the camera. Lip is trembling. Tears falling. Just the shortness of breath, baby. I couldn't stop crying. I'm a thug. I was crying. I was like, boo the fucking who. She was feeling it, man. Okay, so Epps. He rolled up on Rock, told her to follow him. I thought he was about to take her to the House of Bodies. But anyway, he took her to a park, told her about Kanan, in the blue tops, everything Paperboy pretty much told him. Plus, he said he gonna bury the story. He gonna bury the lead. He gonna bury whatever they got as long as she get him out the game. And Rock is like, oh, you trying to be daddy now? He like, I am his daddy. I am his father. I need to get to know him. I get to know, he can even know me. You know what I'm saying? He said, but if I drop this on him, if I take him down for this, that relationship ain't gonna never happen. So Rock is like, all this from somebody who pushed up on me at age 16. You know what I'm saying? He like, you said you was 17. That ain't no big difference. What the fuck? 16? Anywho, he tried to justify it with saying that DEFCON was a grown ass man too, right? You wasn't worried about him when he was smashing you. And now I'm even more fucked up with this story, right? Rock supposedly had Kanan at age 16. She didn't get pregnant at 16 unless it was the beginning of the year. Yeah, it was the beginning of the year because he was born in supposedly September. So yeah, she got pregnant at the beginning of the year. Okay, anyway, she said that Def Con had her sitting in the stash house pregnant. She was belly full. He put her in the stash house to keep her off the street, right? But Def Con went to jail before Kanan was even conceived. So he couldn't have had her in the stash house pregnant. I was like, again, either there's some faulty writing, which that's what I'm thinking it is, or Rock has been lying this whole time. Rock has just been lying this whole time. I even had to go back to the very first episode to make sure that I wasn't tripping. Kanan did say that his mama was introduced to the game by that boyfriend that was there in the first episode. That was 1985. When that boyfriend died a year later, she took over for him. But now they making it seem like she took over Def Con's whole game. She stepped into Def Con's place when he went to jail when she was 16. You ain't gonna tell me this 16-year-old kid took over his set when he went to jail. But then she goes and say, well, you know, Def Con, I didn't have to worry about Def Con being a grown-ass man trying to fuck me because he was in the boys. He was gay anyway. I was his beard. Okay. So, Ep say, look here, bump all that. I need to know who the hell my damn son is, Rock. And you gonna make that happen, right? Or I'm gonna put the word out that Kanan daddy is a cop. And she's like, you gonna get him hurt on these streets? He said, no, Kanan gonna be cool. He gonna be protected. But you, on the other hand, it'll make you look like a snitch for fucking a cop, right? And don't try to send your brothers after me either. I got an itchy trigger finger too. So after he left, Rock made a phone call and told him to, whoever's on the phone, to pick up the dry cleaning in Harlem. I was like, is this code for airing out the dirty cop? I don't know what. We never got an answer to what that dry cleaning was, unless it was what we saw later, what happened with Lou. Okay, so she go back to Kanan to beef at him or bitch at him about him and the blue tops. Her whole conversation for the most part turned into about trust. That she can't trust him. She don't know who the fuck he is. And the fact that he was working with Marvin. This is what you tripping off of. Not the fact that motherfuckers out here dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? Her main issue was that he was going behind her back to work with Marvin, who was a former junkie. You know where that's why he went to jail? He was a junkie that started using his own shit. He was a dealer that started using his own shit. And when the police came to arrest him, he tried to sell them a quarter bag, right, Ever? Well, and she was like, and this who you in business with? Rock, you in business with him too, cuz. Like, for real. You got all this animosity built up about Marvin, yet you still in business with him too. He was the one running your stash house. All that loose dope and loose money just laying around unorganized and uncounted for, right? He was the former junkie that you say was strung out on your shit, but this is the position that you put him in. You gave him that position, right? And he's still handling your drugs too. But now this former junkie's drug habits is suddenly a major concern for you because Kanan working with him. Girl, bye. Girl, bye, right? She always finds a way to turn things on to Marvin. Yes, Marvin is to blame for a lot of this. He is the adult in this situation. But check your fucking son. Check him. Kanan, like, you want to be mad at somebody? Be mad at yourself, right? I am who I am because of you. Well, that pissed her off. She hauled off and knocked him on the goddamn floor. And she said, all I've been doing for you is cleaning up mess after mess after mess. Buck 20, this shit, D-Wiz. When she said D-Wiz, I said, and I whoop. Because that's the only name that Kanan heard. That's the only name he heard, right? He said, did you say D-Wiz? You killed my boy. Yeah, I did it to save your little tail. I said it to save your ass. What I'm saying? Okay. She said, so who to blame for that? Me or you, Kanan? Okay. Me or you? And I'm like, well, Rock, technically that still would be you. Okay. That would still be you because, like Kanan said, he is who he is because of you. Well, Lewis telling Unique for some reason. So, like I said, I guess this is the dry cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Unique is up in Manhattan in his little penthouse in the sky. You know, how close is that to Harlem? Because Rock said they'll pick up the dry cleaning in Harlem. So, how close is that to Harlem? Lou came in and wanted to get into his car. You know, first the doorman was like, no, but of course you break him off a little something plus that gun. You know, he was able to get into his car. When he got to the car, he stole Unique's custom jacket. I'm like, okay, where are you about to plant that at? Okay. In the meantime, we never found out what he did with the jacket in this particular episode. But in the meantime, Rock confronted Marvin with the fucking 2x4. Okay. Pushed him out of the business and out of their lives for good. Marvin like, sis, hey, I could do better. Rock is like, no, fuck that. Fuck you. See you later. Bye. Okay. What's crazy is that the gas station idea was a good idea, but that wasn't even the issue. It was the blue caps, which was all on Kanan. Well, not all, but majority on Kanan, right? Marvin didn't let him in the game. You did, Rock. Marvin didn't teach him how to cook. You did, Rock. You know, Marvin ain't the name that Kanan is running around these streets using for power, for pull, for clout. It's your name, Rock. So how is this Marvin's fault? He didn't tell you, yes, okay, but you keep him out of the loop of so much shit too. Trust goes both ways, right? He's supposed to be 100% loyal and trustworthy with you, but you ain't that same way with him. You dog him every fucking chance you get. I was like, bounce Marvin, fucking feed of grits. That's how I was feeling about Rock at this particular time. You know, tell her to kiss your ass in the process. Matter of fact, you don't kiss hers in the process. So he was like, okay, fine. You know, it is what it is. He was choked up. He was emotional. He's feeling that shit, but he left, right? And he was like, he said he was putting money back into the business. He wouldn't even use it for himself. Fuck that, girl. Bye. So Juke's still over there at the house, baby. She laid out on Nicole's typewriter, and she found the video that her and Nicole did together and put it in. And baby, that was it. That was it. That was the breakdown. Oh my God, that was the breakdown. I'm telling you, such raw emotion displayed. That girl was acting like somebody that she knew personally had just recently passed, and she was channeling that shit, baby. Baby girl was acting. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Well, she put the videotape in her bag, and when she put it in her bag, she saw the note that Nicole had left for her. She didn't open it up. She just stuffed it back in the bag. But at this particular time, Nicole's daddy came home. He was like, Laverne, what are you doing here? You can't be here. Then he said he was sorry. And I was like, what did he say he was sorry for? Well, mama came in and told it all. The police was on the way. They on the way for the break-in, but they didn't realize it was Nicole. But she would have called the police anyway. I don't think Daddy would have called the police if he realized it was Laverne. Damn, I keep calling her Nicole. A jukebox inside the damn house. But she walked in and she, gave her the blue top and said, take your shit back to the ghetto. Called her a murderer. And then the cops came in. 2 black cops came on the scene in the 90s in Upper Manhattan. I don't think that would have happened. But I ain't never lived there. So, anywho. Jukebox was arrested. They about to get her for breaking and entering. But, she got that damn blue top vial on her. So, I'm worried. I was like, Lord Jesus, shit finna hit the fan. Well, Kanan, he get home, and he see that Davina is gone. She been quartered away by CPS. I think it's called CPS in New York, Child Protective Services. It was called DFS in St. Louis. I don't know what it's called here in Orlando. Anyway, her mama died, y'all, a month ago. I guess Unique never got her into that rehab. And they was just able to identify the body. I was like, a month? Her mama been gone a whole month. I'm surprised they still had lights on. We know Kanan was helping bring her food. I'm surprised they still had lights on. I doubt that any bills had been taken care of prior to this. Her mama was a junkie. She was using whatever it is that she could use, just to keep, herself fulfilled, to keep herself high. You know, she wasn't there for her kids. I doubted she was keeping the lights on, especially for a house that she wasn't even in. Anywho, Lou up in the bed with Jess. I saw that black lacquer bedroom set with the gold trim. Who did not have that? I had that set, not that same design, but I had a black lacquer bedroom set with the gold trim. I actually still have like a couple of the dresses when I moved here in Florida. That's how long I had that furniture, baby. I was keeping that furniture for a long time. Well, Jessica is starting to show her true colors. And not on this channel, I haven't noticed it in the comment section, but a lot of the viewers on It's Rock's channel was saying that Jessica was a gold digger. I would say a gold digger over a gold digger. She got big dreams for her and her brother. And she knows how to finesse her way into getting them done. Rock, she ended up getting not Rock. Lou got the contract, you know, signed with Junior. But Jessica here like, we did it. You know, we. And Lou was sitting there like, when the fuck did we become French? You know what I'm saying? Who is this we stuff? You know, who is this? And she talking about all this stuff that he got to do for famous because she can't do it alone. He's like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't never enough for you. It ain't never enough. Can't you just shut the fuck up one time? You know, and just be happy? Let us just chill for a fucking moment. She's like, yeah, it ain't never fucking enough for me. I ain't never satisfied. Okay? Gold digger. That's not gold digger. That's a gold digger. Anywho, Jukebox on her way off to jail. And, the officers get a call. Someone over in the 117 said to let Juke go. I was like, it's a 117 EPS unit? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I know it wasn't EPS. If it had to be anybody, it was Burke. You know, she was flagged or whatever. So when she got flagged, you know, people in high places was able to pull her card. That would be Burke. You know, she has a legacy, of course, of police officers in her family. So I think it was Burke because Burke want Jukebox to trust her. And what better way to do it? But Juke is in the back of the dog police car. Just, again, her face and her emotions, her expressions. This girl right here. She had me in my fifis, had me all of my fifis. I never really cared much for Jukebox story. But this episode, I was locked in. Well, Marvin. Give me a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Turn my thing on. I don't even think my Bluetooth hooked up. It might not be. Hold on, give me a second, child. That didn't work. Alright, so Marvin, he feeling kind of low, feeling kind of desperate. He runs over to Tony out there banging her out. You could tell he really not into it. He was just like so unimpressed with what was going on. She making all these little wild sounds and it just seemed so unauthentic, right? And I was like, boy, Rock got cameras all over that joint. You know, he trying to get some money up off of her. Because he trying to set up his own game. And she trying to get all the details. She like, I'm not going to give you no money unless you tell me what it's for. He like, you know what? Fuck all that. Your pussy ain't worth all this. It ain't worth all this. So she like, what do I owe you for? Tell me what I owe you for. I'm like, don't she owe you for some dope? What I'm saying? But why does she need you to repeat it? Why she need you to say it? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Cause she know damn well she out all that damn free coke, right? Anywho, Symphony is peeping the interaction, and of course he gonna run back and tell Rock. I mean, how can he not? For real, like he got a lot to think about. He got to think about her reaction if he don't tell her. So you know he gonna say something. But then I was like, oh damn. I noticed the two white dudes when Marvin was going out because they had really bad looking toupees. I noticed that, right? But I thought they was part of Tony's crew. Well, come to find out, the cameras that was inside the office were their cameras. They are police. I don't know if they're FBI or who they are, but they're the popos, right? And she was basically trying to set Marvin up. She looking at 2 counts of drug possession, so she was trying to hand them over to Marvin, right? Or hand Marvin over to them. And then they so stupid, they just sitting out there in the open, just talking all loud, all willy-nilly. So Symphony was able to hear the conversation. Now he damn well got to go tell Rock this, right? Tony, like, they a drug dealer. All of them drug dealers. His whole family's drug dealer. And the cops was like, he ain't here asking you for money. Why would a drug dealer be here asking you for god doggone money? So he said, look here, you gonna go to jail unless you could bring us somebody bigger than you. Okay. Well, Big Mama Rocks, she's over there meeting with Joaquin again. And she like, look, I lost supply, I've lost corners, so I really need you to front me, or to work with me with this deal, right? And he like, you losing shit, that don't sound like business is booming to me. Rock is like, look here, don't worry, you know what I'm saying? We got a little battle going on, but trust me, I'm gonna win this war. I'm gonna set it off with your doggone help. And he says, well, does Officer Epps know about this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I was missing you today. You know what I'm saying? I've been missing you so much I followed you, babe. I'm just kidding. That's walking in the rain. My bad. No, but he said he followed her. So I was like, okay, so he must know that she killed Gabriel, because he asked her, got any idea who killed her? He must know he was following her, right? Because right after she left there, that's when she went to go meet with Epps. But he just wanted to really know why she having secret rendezvous with the officer of the law. Rock say that nigga work for me. You know what I'm saying? What real hustler don't have a cop on the payroll? And then that made me wonder, Rock, why don't you have somebody on the payroll? So she let him know, look here, I drop Poppy, right? I drop Poppy for your cousin, right? I take care of people who take care of me. So you think I'm out here dropping bodies at lunchtime and then I'm going to break bread with 5-0 for supper time? Come on, cuz. Ain't that stupid, right? So he was put at ease for a little bit moment. And then he said, like, I need to know that what you're saying to me is the God honest truth. Okay? And then I also need for you to tell me what the fuck you mean by you out here trying to change the game right now. Because what you saying ain't shit to me. I see your mouth moving, but you ain't saying nothing. That's what's going on. Well, she was like, you know what? If we good, if I could bring you what you asking me to bring you, then we good. Then we in business. You know what I'm saying? So she got up and she left. Well, Jukebox made it over to Kanan's. She's heard about Davina. Kanan feel like the streets, it just swallowed them up, right? Then he learns that it was his blue top that killed Nicole. He didn't even know what the fuck to say at this point, right? Probably still feeling more guilt on him because his mama already put the guilt on him about D-Wiz. But Juke is like, I don't blame you. Don't blame yourself. I can't even blame me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just in the life that we live in. That's it. That's the blame. So Lou, he at the crib playing the Isley Brothers. And I was like, it's lit up outside. I got nervous. I was like, didn't the Unique come to his crib? That's what I was wondering. Is that who the cocktails were for? Because Unique had like trunk full of cocktails and guns and everything. He like, we finna go set it off, right? Again, we still don't know what the heck is going on with Unique's jacket that Lulu stole. And how come Unique didn't notice that motherfucking missing? I know he wearing his chinchilla right now, but why he didn't know that custom-made jacket was gone missing out the back of his doggone car? Well, Lou was in there, sipping on his little drink, and he get a call from Rock telling him, batter up, nigga, it's your turn. He looking like, damn, can a nigga get some me time up in this bitch? Fuck that, I'm off. He finished his little drink. And then we see this car ride down the street, turn off the lights, and we still hear the faint sounds of the Isley Brothers playing in the background. What song was it? Footsteps in the Dark. It was Footsteps in the Dark. No, it wasn't Drifting on Memory. There ain't no place. No, it's Footsteps in the Dark. Keep hearing footsteps, baby, in the... Yeah, that song. Okay, anywho. No, he sat down. He sat on that little dingy ass, frail looking couch. I was kind of mad. Y'all making too much goddamn money for your furniture to be looking like that. Anywho, Unique Boys. That's who pulled up. Okay, they look on the block, and we still hearing footsteps in the dark. We still hear footsteps in the dark playing. And I said they on Lou Street. They threw it right in the window. Why everybody's house look the same though? His house look like Davina house look like Rock. Everybody's house look the exact same. Everybody's house look the same in New York. Not that I can remember. Well, I only been to Brooklyn. Everybody's house didn't look the same over there. But all their houses look the same. Anywho, they threw that shit right into the window, right? Lit his front living room up. Now, this is supposed to be a message. That's what Unique said. I thought that they were going to wait for Lou to come running out the house. Instead, he was like, no, light that shit up. They start shooting the damn house up. Lou down on the ground, trying to avoid the bullets, trying to avoid the fire, because Craig Mack throwing more cocktails in. The last cocktail, he didn't actually get into the window. He hit the outside, but still, it's neither here nor there. Anywho, he trying to move around the house and try to get his piece. I was like, this is 4 dudes standing in the middle of a quiet family neighborhood street, no mask on, fingerprints all over the cocktails, and they just are blasting away without a care in the world. Like I said, Lou down on the ground in the house trying to get to his piece. He just coughing and just hacking. I'm like, dude, cover your mouth up. Cover your mouth up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to stop, drop, and roll because the fire ain't near you. But at least cover your mouth up, right? Luckily, your brother is coming by. I don't know what he was coming by for, but he decided to come by, right? The brother who he said you would kill him at a moment's notice, but he coming by. And he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I don't even know if he realized it was Lou's house at first, but he just sped up on their ass. You know what I'm saying? He just sped the fuck up. Craig Mack noticed him first, though. He started blasting at him. Oh, yawning. Sorry, my bad. I was screaming at the TV, y'all. Marvin, get that ass. Get him. Get them motherfuckers, right? Get him. I told y'all from the beginning. I want Marvin to be gutter. I hate that they made his character so fucking unintelligent or just so careless. So stupid is a good way to say it. I wanted him to be gutter. And I was like, this is our time to shine right now, Marvin Marv. Come on, man. Turn them the fuck out. That's how I was feeling. But, nope. They blasted his car. He crashed into another vehicle. And, Marvin done lost a lot of goddamn cars. He crashed to another vehicle. Luckily, he wasn't hit, but the crash was enough to hurt him just a tad bit, Scotia Day. So, I was like, I hope he can get in there in time to save his brother. He busted in, found him laying on the ground. He ain't burnt up. The flames still going up around the house, but he is knocked the fuck out. If he shouldn't be dead from smoke inhalation yet. However, I heard smoke inhalation could kill a motherfucker quick. Remember Jack on This Is Us? He had smoke inhalation. It took him like less than 24 hours before he passed away, but still. Yeah, if they don't catch that shit, yeah. He laid out in the street though, screaming for help, and ain't nobody stuck their head out the window. Black folks, we hear guns, shots. We either getting down, we going in the bathroom, getting in the bathtub until the shooting and fighting is over, right? And then when the sirens come on, then maybe we get a peek our head out the window. But yeah, he out there screaming for help, and I'm like, where your cell phone at? I guess it's still in his car. But still, yeah. And it went off like that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. This is The Cost of Business, Raising Kanan, episode 8. I told y'all last episode that was the beginning of Rock's downfall. Everything is about to start tumbling down. Everything. She gonna need to depend on Marvin to hit back on Unique. Trust and believe that. If she don't depend on her brother, her ego too fucking big for her common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is family. Fuck all that, Alright. Y'all talk to me down in the comment section. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Talk to you again. Peace.